Hello viewers, I am Noble Shah. Once again I welcome you all to my networking tutorials. Today we are going to discuss about Redhat Enterprise Linux 7 Samba server. What is Samba server? Samba server need to configure in a Redhat Enterprise Linux 7 machine when we want to give access to our shared folder to the different operating systems users. For example, a user from Windows system wants to log into my shared folder which is shared in Linux server. So to do that, what we have to do first, we need to install the package called Samba and Samba client in our server machine. To install the Samba and Samba client package, you can use this command yum install and then Samba, then Samba hyphen client space hyphen y. If you want to make it quick, you can use this command hyphen y. That will not ask you for any confirmation. Straight away it will install the package. So our first job is done. We have installed the required package. The next thing we will do, we will add Samba in firewall. To do that, we can use this command firewall hyphen cmd hyphen hyphen permanent hyphen hyphen add then service equals Samba, and then you can reload the firewall. Okay, now we will create some users who will be accessed in Samba share. So I'm using some users with no login shell. To do that, I'm using a command which is user add command with hyphen s switch, and then the shell will be has-been no login shell and the username will be test, and then enter. So we have created a user which is user test, and then we can use we can add some more users. I'm adding another user called test1, and then another user called say Angel already exists, so we can use another name called Mike. Okay, so I have added three users named test1 and Mike who will access to our Samba share from any machine. Like it can be a Linux machine, it can be a Windows machine. Now we will set the Samba password for the user we have created, and to do that you can use this command smb password and then hyphen a, which will add, and then the username. So type the new password you want to assign them, and then retype it once again, and you can see the message which is added user test. Test is already added to our Samba share. Sorry. Now for test1, do the same thing. 123. I'm using the password 123 once again, and then another user which is Mike, we created Mike 123 and then 123. Okay. So now we will configure the Samba configuration file, and we will configure two share, one for single user and another will be for multi-user, which means in a single user shared, only one single user will be granted, and in multi-user environment, multi-user, more than one user can access the shared folder. So now let me create the folder first that will be shared. Okay, so to do that I'm using a command which is mkdir, and then under root I'm using, say, let me create a folder named test single, and then another one is called test multi. So I have created two folders. One is test single and another one is test multi. Now what we can do, we can apply Samba shared T content in these folders. To create the Samba share, this is important. So to apply the Samba shared T content into these folders, we can use a manual page which is cmanage -f context. You can go to the manual page of cmanage -f context, and then go to the end of this page, and you will find a line under example section which is cmanage -f context -a -t http syscontent -t. Copy this line and paste it here. Okay, here we will do the changes. Here it will be Samba underscore share underscore T, and then the location of the folder which is test single, the first one, and then for the second one we can do the same thing once again, just change the folder name which is test multi. So we have applied the Samba shared T context into these two folders. Okay, and we have to do another thing which is restore con. So go to the manual page once again and copy this line, restore con hyphen capital R space hyphen V space slash web, and paste it here once again and change the path of the folder, which is number one is test single and another one is test multi. So we have applied cmanage context into the folders. Now we will configure the file. Okay, so to configure the configuration file of Samba, we can open the file using the vim command, vim/etc/samba and then smb.conf. And then here we can change some information. Scroll down and go to the global section first, and in the post allow section, okay, so first time when you will open this file, it will look like this. So just delete the semicolon and it will activate. So in the host allow section, type your network ID like this. Say for example, I'm typing 172.16.1. Okay, that is my network ID. And then scroll down, I'm deleting some previous configurations so that you guys can understand it properly. Okay, so come to this section, which is shared definition sections, and here we can assign the shared folder path and obviously the share names. Okay, so to do that, what we can do, we can copy a section from here, which we can see printers is shared here. So we can copy this and we can paste it here, and do the changes. Okay, so first of all you have to type the share name. Share name and the folder name can be different. Share name is the name the people will use when they will access the shared folder. So here I am using a name like share, and then change the path of the shared folder. So the first one I am using the single, which is test single. I have created a folder inside the root, test single, and then browsable, it can be yes or it can be no, depends on whatever you want. If we set yes, that means this directory is browsable. Guest okay. If we do not want to allow guest, so you can say guest okay no. If we want to allow guest, we can say guest okay yes. And then writable, if you want to give the right permission, you can say writable yes, and if you want to block the right permission, you can say writable no. Printable, this is not necessary for us because I'm not configuring printers. So here we can say like valid users, which user will be able to access this particular share. So here I'm using a name that we have created earlier, say test let me check once again the username, test1 and mic, 3 user I have created. So I give the permission to test for our single share folder. Okay, and then the same way we can add another share for multi-user where more than one user can access. So I am using this one name, say multi, and then path test multi that I have created earlier, this folder which is test multi under root. Browsable yes, guest okay no, writable no, and then valid users including test1 comma mic. So the more users you want to give permission, you can type their name by using a comma, and then these users will be able to access the particular folder which we have shared. And then we can use another option which is write list. Write list, and if I give permission to mic, which means that only mic will be able to do modifications of the folder, like they can create he can create folder, he can delete folder, but test1 user will be able to only see the folder contents. Test1 will not be able to create any folder inside the test multi directory. Okay, and then exit, save and exit from the window. And as we assigned mic in the write list section, what we can do now, we can give ownership to mic for the folder which is test multi, so that mic can add or remove folder. Okay, now we will enable the service. The service name is SMB systemctl enable smb.service and nmb.service. These two services we need to be enabled to our server, Samba server, to work properly. And then start the service. Okay, so that is all about our Samba server part configuration. If you want to test that whether our Samba server is working properly or not, we can use this command, smb client, then server name which is server 1, and then share name, for example single. Okay, and then user, which user will be able to access this folder. We have configured the single share for the user test, so we can use test. Okay, I am not sure the share name, so I can check it once again. Let me check it first. Share. Okay, so it is, the share name is actually share let me change it so that it can be more convenient to remember. Single let me once again restart the service. Okay, so now we can use this command SMB client hyphen / server name server1 / share name, which is single, and then hyphen capital U, and then username, which is test, and then press enter. Okay, so it is asking for password which we have set, which is 1 2 3. Look, we are in. So if we want to create a folder in this particular share, we can use a command mkdir test, but it will not create a folder in this share because user test do not have appropriate permission to do this. Okay, let us try. Say it is saying the anti status media right protected, making remove directory text. So actually test user will not be able to create any folder inside the Samba share. So let me get exit from this, and then let me try once again with another share which is multi, and we have given user mic appropriate permission to create a folder inside the shared directory. Enter. Asking for password 1 2 3. Okay, we are in. Now we can create a folder here like mkdir test mic, and then enter. So look, we already created a folder successfully. So if you want to see it, just press ls command. Look, there is a folder named test mic which is under single share, and under the actual directory we have created inside our root directory, which is test multi. So get exit from here, and if we use ls command and check the root, check the / test multi folder, we will see that there will be a folder which is test mic. Okay, so that is all about Samba server configuration. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and in our next video I will show you how to configure the Samba client from client machine. So thanks very much for watching this video. Once again, you guys take care and have a good day. Bye bye.